Okay, hey guys, welcome back. This is a kind of special little episode. Am I calling these episodes now? Are we there yet? I think I'm calling them episodes. So, welcome back to another episode. I feel like a full-fledged YouTuber here. So, this is going to be a special one. I'm going to break down paper one for you in this kind of little mini-series here. So, if you go to my site, again, if you have not been here yet, you're doing virtual learning incorrectly. So, go to my site. Important links. Go down here to Paper One Guide. Click it. Alright, here is my Paper One Guide. Alright, I wrote this. This is how I will teach you guys Paper One. Okay, so I'll click it out even so we can get a better view. So a little introduction to Paper One. Alright, Paper One is going to be worth 20% of your IB grade. So that's what I meant in kind of the weekly breakdown video where I'm talking about how important Paper One is. Alright, Paper One is a source work exam. Alright, you've got 60 minutes to answer 5 questions. The paper consists of 4 sources. 1 of them is going to be pictorial. 3 of them are going to be written sources. Alright, this is a very prescribed exam. There is a formula for success. If you follow my formula, you will succeed. If you don't follow the formula, you will not succeed. Very simple. Like I said, my students have done very, very well on Paper One in the past, and I want to continue that trend. So please let me know if you have questions about what I mean in this video. Also, Paper One is a timed exam. So it's more of a time management exam than it is a content exam. All right, let's get into the questions. So for this video, I'm going to look at question 1A and 1B. All right, question 1A is a reading comprehension question. All right. It will always be on one of the written sources. All right. Question 1 is a 3-mark question. You can get 3 points here. All right. The time allocation for question 1A is about 5 minutes. All right. In the beginning, as we're learning the skills needed, don't worry about time. We'll start to time our answers as we gain practice. Right. In order to get full marks on the question, you're going to need to bring 3 points of reference about the source. So the question is always going to be very simple and straightforward, something like, what does source A or source 1 or whatever, what does the source say about this? All right? You're going to have to read the source, and you're going to have to find 3 answers. All right? You can use exact quotes if they're short. If they're longer, again, because this is timed, right? If they're longer quotes, paraphrase it, or just take a little section of the quote, the most important section, and rewrite that. Do not waste time rewriting these long-winded quotes, okay? The last part is you are going to separate your answers by using the word firstly, secondly, and either lastly or thirdly, right? So, source A is saying... when speaking about the Treaty of Versailles, source A says, firstly, give your quote or paraphrase. Secondly, give your quote or paraphrase. And here's where you can be creative, right? Thirdly, or lastly, or even finally if you want to, right? And then give your quote. All right, so that's question 1A. Now on to question 1B. All right, question 1B is always going to be a pictorial source, okay? It is a 2-mark question. To earn full marks, you must write 2 separate points about the picture. 2 separate elements of the picture you must write about and explain what it is that you're seeing in that picture. Again, the time allocation is about 5 minutes, but for now you don't need to worry about the time. You must use evidence from this source to support your answer. So, here we go. Unit 3, right? I'm going to give you an example. You guys just practiced this. You didn't know you were practicing paper 1, but you did, right? Here's this, peace and future cannon fodder, all right? I believe that source A is saying that this baby represents Germany. I think that this baby is naked because Germany got so much stripped away from it in the Treaty of Versailles. All right, for example, they lost a significant amount of land, period. I talked about one element of this cartoon, broke it down, and mentioned the content use to explain why I think that. So again, naked baby represents the loss of land for Germany. They were stripped of their land. Okay, that would be 1 point here. All right, you need to do that twice, and you cannot do the same thing. So if we go back here, I cannot say naked baby represents the loss of land from Germany. My second point cannot be the baby is crying. This represents the war guilt felt by Germany. The people were not happy about the war guilt clause in the Treaty of Versailles. That's 2 points on the same element of the cartoon. That wouldn't count. So you need to do different elements of the cartoon or picture. Okay? You're going to use key phrases like the source shows, and evidence of this is, or this is supported by the source because. All right? Those are going to be key words used in this answer. All right? And you should have 2 separate kind of paragraphs. All right? When I say paragraph, I'm not talking about 4 or 5 sentences, right? One section, you should start with firstly, and then talk about one thing from the source, and then another kind of paragraph or section, whatever you want to call it, and talk about another thing from the source. All right? That's questions 1A and 1B. The next time we talk, we'll talk about question 2. All right? Let me know if you have any questions. This is super important to understand, and we'll get our first practice in this week. All right? Let me know if you have questions. Be good.